Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison today. Today we have Kill Switch on 1116 rating, going up against Captain Rosewall on 802 rating. So Kill Switch would have been in the top 100, maybe even the top 10 with that score at that point. I know they were grinding really hard for ladder early on, and Captain would have been just outside of the top 200. So pretty high rated match, and it looks like one of the duelists at least is on something cool. So it's Emma's Blade, 1-for-1, Air Bellum, Raggy Gura, and Trapstun, going up against Honest, Magic Cylinder, JD, Braincon, Celestia, and Raikou. So this is X-Sabers, obviously, and then this looks like Light Swarm, but the Magic Cylinder and the 43 card main deck kind of makes me feel like it's Twilight, similar to like Jojo Sakari's list. Yep, so they're going to set the Raikou pass, summons out the Emma's Blade, and sets the Saber hole before they pass. Yeah, this really telegraphs the Saber hole, and unfortunately your opponent has a way to deal with that. In Brain, draw for turn there is Chaos Orc, so it is the Twilight match. Okay, they're going to Braincon take, flip the Raikou to safely get rid of the back row, which they probably guessed was going to be the Saber hole. Mills Lumina, Necro, and Lila. Tributes out for Celestia to mill for Jane, Wolf, Caius, and Raikou. They seem to have destroyed it. Yeah, they seem to have destroyed Emma's Blade. Celestia only destroys cards your opponent controls. So that Emma's Blade should still be on the field as this wolf comes out. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting because they wouldn't have a way to get the Emma's Blade off field. So their opponent, Kill Switch, should start next turn with the Emma's Blade on field if they don't catch this. Yeah, they don't catch it. Okay, yeah, so they would have lost 1,300 more, but they should have an Emma's Blade on field right now, which would have been significantly better than the position they find themselves in now. So that's a really unfortunate miss there. Sets the Magic Cylinder pass, draw for turn was another copy of Emma's Blade. They're just going to set that with the Trapstun and pass. Draw for turn is Trap Dust Shoot. Wow. Okay. Celestia can get into the Emma's Blade now. Yep. And then they go to main 2. Yeah, banish a light in the dark. Yeah, get rid of the floater with the Chaos Orc. Really nice. Yeah, I mean, if you're captain, you're feeling pretty good here. You've got Magic Cylinder and Dust Shoot down. You got a Chaos Orc that's just taken out the Recruiter. This feels good. Okay, pass, draw for turn is Upstart. They're going to try and Trap Dust Shoot now. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's probably going to get Trap Stunned. Upstart going to come out. And, yeah, pick up there was Full Helm Knight. And Kill Switch knows they can't really do anything in that. Really unfortunate looks for them. Shame they missed the destruction on the Emma's Blade. I wonder if it would have played out maybe differently. Opening hands, Chaos Orc, Jane, Necro, Card Trooper, and Raikou. Full Helm Knight, Book, Bottomless, Voltroll, Rotor, and Equal. Okay, so pretty average hands on both sides. Just going to summon the Full Helm, set the Bottomless, and pass. Draw for turn is a Wolf. Okay, that's not good. Card Trooper, Kaiku, and 2 Light Swarms. That is pretty significant. The Kaiku is an interesting choice as well. The Full Helm Knight's going to use its effect to survive here. They're going to banish a Light in the Dark for the Chaos Orc again and get rid of that Full Helm Knight, but that is going to get that with a Bottomless. Draw for turn is Saber Slash. Don't know if we covered this on the channel before. Saber Slash, normal spell card. Destroy a number of face-up cards on the field equal to the number of face-up attack position X-Saber monsters you control. So can be really, really effective if you're already flooding the field. Really cool to see this card coming in from the side. Going to rotate into the Full Helm Knight now. Yeah, that Full Helm Knight can come down and get through the Card Trooper. Draw off that is going to be the Caius. They're going to set the Equal and the Book. Yeah. Okay. Pass it over. Draw for turn is... Oh, the Recharge. Yeah, you're okay drawing Wolf if you can also get a Recharge. Going to recharge that Wolf now. Crow and Reincarnation. Mills, Plague, and a Raikou. Jeez. Okay. Wow. Just going to set the Raikou for now and pass, but it does feel like Captain is in a really good position right now. Draw for turn is Upstart. They're going to Upstart into another copy of Equal. Yeah, they can try and get in with a Full Helm Knight. That Raikou is going to go after the back row, which they're probably pretty grateful for. And then they're going to mill Dark Armed, Charge, and Gauze. Raikou's going to go to the grave now. And they're going to, yeah, set another copy of Equal. Pastoral for turn is Trag. Jane coming down now. Jane attempt to go in. Full Helm Knight going to use the effect. Pass. Draw for turn is Air Bellum. Okay, now we're talking. They did mill, yeah, they passed before they milled, which is crazy, but they did mill a wolf in end phase as well. Now they can go for Summon Air Bellum, Saber Slash. Yeah, this is pretty good. They can take out both monsters now and get Hand Rip, but they are going to drop the Foal Troll. Can use the Foal Troll and the Full Helm Knight for the Gotems. Gotems get rid of the Air Bellum. Hits the Trag. Wow. Hits the Trag. Jeez. Okay. Gotems Emergency Call. Yeah, going to attempt to target now. And they're going to Crow. And then they're going to use the second E-Call to resolve before the Crow resolves, bringing back the 2 low levels. Then get him for 13, 31, 16. No Fear of Gauze. They're going to take out the Reincarnation. And they're going to get rid of both other cards in hand. Wow. Full hand loop. Very nice. Very nice. I was going to say very cool. Not very cool. Very nice. I mean, JD still cooks here. Draw for turns Torrential. Yeah, pass. Draw for turns Upstart. Just going to get in for the 31 now. Necro Gardener. Yep. Upstart. Picks up the Full Helm Knight. I hope they play around this TT. Now that they've shook out the Necro Gardener. Yeah, they do. Gets in for 31. Nice. Nice. Christ. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, don't banish your opponent's cards if they don't want you to. Fine. Opening hands, game 3. Upstart, Rota, Ragigura, Full Helm Knight, and Air Bellum. Lumina, Honest, Wolf, Chaos Sork, Raikou, and Wolf. Okay. Not the hand they would want to start with, but the Raikou might get them somewhere. Okay, just going to set the Honest instead, actually. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess none of the little X-Sabers themselves can get over it. That is interesting. Full Helm Knight coming out now. Yeah, going to reveal that it's the Honest. They're going to take some damage. They're going to Upstart into a Foal Troll. Yeah, I mean, not bad. They've also got another Full Helm Knight with the Rotor when they want it. Sets the Bottomless. Pass. Honest is going to bounce back. They're going to Card Trooper out now. Card Trooper mills Trag. Oof. Trag traps Dust Shoot and Solar Recharge. Not great mills. The Full Helm Knight's going to protect itself now. Pass. Draw of turn is the Bottomless. And is this just hand loop again? Okay. So Air Bellum coming out now. And the Full Helm Knight. Yeah, so Card Trooper is going to get to draw. Picks up the Lila. The Air Bellum going to get in now. That's going to rip the Raikou. Okay, nice. And the Foal Troll is going to get in for 24. Yeah, thinking here on what to do in main 2. Decides not to go for it. Pick up a turn there as a JD. They've only got one Light Sworn in rotation now. But this does turn on Lumina. And they've got Honest. So this is pretty good. Yeah, Lumina coming out now. They can pitch Wolf with that. Okay, or they can pitch Lila. Yeah. Bring out the Lila. That is going to get Bottomless immediately, though. Then they're going to banish the Light in the Dark for the Chaos Sork. Get rid of the Foal Troll. And they're going to be able to battle in. Get over the Full Helm. And in end phase, Mills, Necro, Caius, and Charge. Okay, good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Actually, pitching a Wolf for a Raikou would have just been totally pointless. So, yeah, totally get that. It definitely was Lila. Draw of turn is Air Bellum. They're going to Rota now into the Full Helm Knight. Yeah, they can summon out the Full Helm Knight now. The Air Bellum can go into the Lumina, and then they can set the Bottomless and pass. I think they're doing this just to keep monsters on field. Obviously, they know Chaos Sork can either beat over the Air Bellum or just banish one of them. Draw for turn is a recharge now. That is huge. They're going to Chaos Sork, get rid of the Full Helm. They're going to recharge the Wolf. Picks up a Raikou and a JD. Mills an Avarice and a Jane. That Jane... Oh, yeah, they banished the Raikou, so they're still one away from being able to drop a JD. But they're fine with that. You know, set Raikou. We'll do it next turn. Yeah, draw for turn is Saber Hole. Okay, Ragigura coming out now. Can add back the Full Helm. They're going to set the Saber Hole and pass. Draw for turn is a Lightning Vortex with a Wolf. Jeez. Okay, so they're about to turn the Saber Hole off. And then they've just got the Bottomless in there. Okay. So Lightning Vortex now. Yeah, and Kill Switch just a missed defeat. Unfortunate. Yeah, a little bit back and forth, whatever. Really cool match. Always good to see Sabers go off. That hand loop's so disgusting, game 2. But very much what Sabers are trying to do to you. I like the deck. I know it's not that healthy, but it's also not that good. So it feels fine. This Twilight deck, yeah, I mean, when you can rip, obviously drawing 2 Wolf in your opening hand isn't great, but when you can rip out of it like Captain can, you're going to feel pretty good about it. And they didn't even reveal the 2 JDs in hand. So, yeah, I think if Kill Switch watches this one back, they'll be even more annoyed what was in the hand. So let's hope they never see this one. Good game though. Cool back and forth. Good to see X-Sabers go off. Good to see this deck go off. I'm a Lightsworn fanboy, but I kind of have a soft spot for these guys. So yeah, no winners here. But good match either way, and Captain, taking out Kill Switch there. That's a pretty impressive win. Kill Switch is a very good player, so should be really happy with that.